Finally, lockdown is easing, more and more people are allowed out. Today we've come to a pub that's shut. We're just outside of King's Lynn at the Folks' Arms. No time to waste, come on, let's go.
So we're here today. We've been tracking down a Blenheim V, which is one of 18 Squadron's aeroplanes. A bit of a lost soul this, because the National Archive had it down in one place and we're actually in Hillington, but we'll cover that one in a minute. As we found out from our travels, there's more than one way to crash an aeroplane, and this one crashed on a training flight. It was towing a drogue which was used for air gunnery practice, either air to air with planes out of Sutton Bridge or from ground to air on the various ranges all around the coast. The problem they had is that the pilots always used to phone into the ranges, whoever was shooting them, to remind the gunners that they were pulling the drogue, they weren't pushing it, if you get my drift, where the bullets were going. So even a peaceful time job and a training exercise can turn out deadly, and this one did. What happened is the drogue come detached, and the wire that was towing it wrapped around the elevator, pitching the plane straight into the ground. They had absolutely no chance, all over in a flash.
We'll give you a look now, behind the pub, at the area where we think it crashed.
So when you're doing research for these projects, the internet is your best friend and your worst enemy. Here on the internet, V6389 is listed as crashed in Hillingdon. Well, this is Hillington. It's Hillington with a T, not with a D, because Hillingdon is 118 miles that way. As far as we know from local records, this is the field where the plane crashed. It's a bit poignant because it's almost 80 years to the day when it pitched in.
As with everybody we research, when we find out where their resting place is, we'll come and pay our respects, and today we've paid our respects by leaving a small token of our gratitude.
We're not rectologists, so we don't go looking for bits of metal or use metal detectors, and our code is we only ever take photographs and leave footprints. Behind us we have a rather super display of tulips grown by Norfolk Tulips, and they've got an open day, well, open 2 weeks here, starting next Wednesday I believe, and it's to raise money for a local charity which is Tapping House Hospice, which is just past the pub on the right. Very well worthwhile charity. We'll put the link underneath, so if you've got a few pounds you find behind the sofa, ping them a like and give them a small donation. They'll be gratefully accepted, as with most charities from this lockdown, and we found that they are really struggling for funds.
Speaking of funds, there's a fundraiser going on to raise money for the Blackburn Beverley. a huge aircraft with a 50-metre wingspan, and it's going to live up in Yorkshire. They'll be grateful for all your donations, so nip along to the website, I'll put the address up, give it a look, and if it's something you fancy, buy yourself a t-shirt or a cap or a mug, and your money will obviously be going to another great cause. And that will mean there's another static for us to visit up in Yorkshire.
So here we are at the end of our story, which is at St Andrews at Little Mattingham, and this is the final resting place of Squadron Leader Lindsay. 80 years ago, almost to the day, since the accident, and we will remember them.
We will remember them. So there we go, the end of another great filming schedule. We brought you the story of a Mark IV Blenheim.
I think this one's good because it's the first time we've actually entered into the aviation safety net database with this aircraft, because it's not listed in there either. So please, we found a lost soul and we can record it on the database, and we can write to the National Archive to let them know their record was Hillington, not Hillingdon. So I think that's been good. I think that's when we started this, we never thought we'd have to venture into such things, you know.
Thanks for watching, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.
See you again next time.
Norfolk Mountains.